stereo on the V.
What makes you think I haven't, Joey?
Wouldn't want your nose to be shiny.
It's all in your head anyway, it doesn't matter.
Thank you. Now here, copy can be important in the case of what we're doing here, for instance. What Joe might do in order to the Aerosmith mystique is, you might say, I'm Joe Perry, Aerosmith. You haven't heard our new tune, you haven't heard rock and roll on the beat. It doesn't have to be loud, but the emphasis can make it work. So it can be heavy hitting through the use of careful pacing. As long as the conviction is there, that's really what it has to be. A lot of control, a lot of conviction.
No, Joe's been convicted, so it should go good.
Okay, tighten it up, George. A little less headroom. Tilt down some. Yeah. Good. Okay, good.
Hi, this is Joe Perry from Aerosmith, and if you're watching me, you're watching the V, stereo video, Rock 66.
Okay, hold that right there. Hold the arm up. Okay, now the line between your eyes and the lens. Okay?
Is it right there?
See? Don't cross the line.
Yeah.
But you can get real close to it. Real close to it. And the other thing you can do for emphasis is you can push your hands forward into the lens, too.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, look at me first. Okay, I'll sit here. Start looking at me.
Back up a little.
Go right up to the lens and say the same thing.
Hi, this is Joe Perry from Aerosmith, and if you're watching me, you're watching the V, 66 stereo video.
Let's see, that's a well-composed shot.
Good line,
Yeah. Same thing again. Now what we do is we take our time with it. Hi, Joe Perry. You're watching me, you're watching the V. We're going to sync it, the V.
Hi, this is Joe Perry from Aerosmith, and if you're watching me, you're watching the V, stereo video, 66.
Okay, a little higher on the fingers.
Higher?
Peace, bud.
Yeah, I know. What was that all about?
Love, bell bottoms. Yeah. All that stuff.
Okay.
Next.
Okay, frame. All the VJs at 66, before any of them went on the air, by the way, we went through this whole same thing with them. Each one of them, I made each one of them do 24 different cuts for what were jock IDs, which were intended for airplay. So they were serious. Okay, anytime.
This is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and if you want to rock, you rock with Aerosmith on V66.
Good V. Good V.
Yeah.
This is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and if you want to rock with...
Okay, now say, I'm Steve Tyler. Okay. This is a thing in the frame, and that's radio. This is Steven Tyler's radio. We can see you on the lens.
Yeah, right.
I'm Steve Tyler, Aerosmith. On the V.
I'm Steven Tyler of Aerosmith on the V66.
Steven, I've seen you on stage before, and it's not like that at all.
Well, tell me about it.
Huh?
Tell me about it.
So, what I'd like to see is an ID that was like on stage.
A little wilder, man.
Yep.
Yeah, a little looser, hang it. Attack
Keep the eyebrows up, Steve.
This is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and if you want to rock tonight, baby, watch the V66, Aerosmith.
The hand. That's it. Good use.
Bigger.
Same thing again.
Walk the dog.
This is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. No. Hi, I'm Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and if you want to rock, watch us on V66.
Yeah. Okay. Rotate.
Does it feel different for you if you do it like?
I think,
It's like Steven Tyler, this was the Steven Tyler Aerosmith. Does it feel different when you do it?
I think, well, I've done these before, you know, and I've watched myself. I couldn't see myself as I was doing it. And like he says, your cookie thing them out, you know? I would do one after another until I was totally not inhibited by anybody in the room. I just went, this is motherfucking Steven Tyler, you know, I did
That's
that
it,
shit.
yeah.
But it takes like 3 or 4 for me,
Exactly.
you know?
For everybody.
Yeah, because I can also get caught up in, hey, this is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. And that's not me either. That's the fucking school of,
Drag race announcer.
Play the hits.
it's the beat.
Heavy.
Yeah, that's shit. Hi, this is Lou Reed.
Okay, tape still up? Okay.
I read it, Beth.
You're not rocking that.
Anytime.
This is Joey Kramer from Aerosmith, and you're watching V66 in stereo.
Nice.
Good.
All right.
No, we'll get Joey to do all these.
You want another?
That looked good. You know what? More that you know how you look sometimes like
Like when you piss
Edward
me
G.
off?
Robinson. Yeah, you know, like this is Joey Kramer. Like, you know, like a birdie. Yeah. Like, hey, you know what I mean? No, I just saw a little bit of that. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Okay, good.
Listen here, Shane.
Composure. This is Joey Kramer from Aerosmith. You're watching V66 in stereo.
Right.
One more, just same thing there. I just want to make one change. Now when you do the thing,
Yeah.
bring your hand forward about a foot.
A foot?
Yeah, and almost in front of your eyes, but not quite. Get as close to the eye line as you can. But push your hand out front now. Not here, but forward.
So it comes in front of my...
Yeah, yeah.
Mouth
Just don't cross between your eye and the lens, that's
Right.
all. But bring it right up there, like that.
This is Joey Kramer from Aerosmith. You're watching V66 in stereo.
Good. Now try it on the side, right there by the side of your eyes.
Going over here, here,
Yeah.
There
Here.
you go, yeah, yeah.
here,
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Okay.
Put your hand on the side of the lens.
I like
Hey,
this.
that's
Okay.
it, see?
All right. This is Joey Kramer from Aerosmith.
Freeze.
And you're not.
That's right. Hi.
Paul Parrott.
This is Joey Kramer from Aerosmith, and you're watching V66 in stereo. Oh, good, huh?
A little closer to the
Yes,
lens.
I can't like see where it's going, you know what
Closer and higher to the lens.
I mean? Closer and higher to the lens, like right there. Because I'm
Yeah.
looking into the lens, I can't really
Closer
see my
still.
hand. My hand, that's cool. Is that
All
cool?
right, yeah, that,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
This is Joey Kramer from Aerosmith. And you're watching V66 in stereo.
Put a V or an
Yeah.
L.
Thanks, George.
I.
Okay.
You made all the
This is Tom Hamilton.
And they had to be 25 good things. You're watching Adam. That's not the stuff that fell on the floor. Those were the keepers. I cranked those guys.
My name's
You
Adam.
know,
So this is
once
my
those
app.
guys went up, though, you see, those guys had to do 4 hours a day live. So I had to play hardball with them and get them really used to it, used to that grueling pace. Had to beat them into submission. I mean, not really, but get them, you know, I had to make it old news before the station went on the air. So that way, when the place went up with the transmitter and everything else, it was just enough to get the office. So that was the way we went with that. We went at it for 3 weeks straight.
Still wrong.
I'm Tom Hamilton from Aerosmith, and you're rocking on V66 in stereo.
Good one.
This is Tom Hamilton from Aerosmith, and if you want to rock, stay tuned to V66.
I could show you a little more also what we do with the jocks. George, when you pan off of him, okay, and I'm going to count, and you'll pan him in.